So, for those of you who have not been here before, let's see, we have Terry, right? Terry Harlan, those are here. And Jen, Snowy, and I'm met you, Katie.
Welcome.
So I think those are recording meetings in the room, so thanks for showing up. Simply right after the, they just knew they did not want to sit on this anymore.
I wouldn't either.
But I think first off, I would say happy New Year. 2023 is going to be awesome. 2023, you know, it's a good time, but really want that.
I know you don't different titles.
But anyways, so those of you who have not seen this before, I'll explain the rules really quickly, and then we'll get into it. So, Kayla, we want to go to the next screen.
Of course I do.
So here are the rules, ladies and gentlemen. Each person will have 2.5 minutes to give their best answer. Topics will be chosen randomly by this spinning wheel. Very fun. Rock, paper, scissors, winner chooses if they want to go first or second. Team member going first will have 1 minute beforehand to prepare. The team member going second must wait in the lobby out there. Team members not in that round will sit and observe, but only judges can vote. The judges today are myself, TK, and Uncle Tony back there on the couch. It's just a right so judges will send a text to myself and then to vote. And then the winner receives potentially $500,000. So you gotta go.
That's a million. Didn't we have one that was 500 million? Okay. Sorry.
Hey, there's a bonus today.
It's like, but anyway, so we're going to see up to $500,000 potentially for $4 cash.
And
$15 Starbucks gift card.
that's right, Dave.
So you're getting absolutely needed.
It really wasn't. I swear.
And most importantly, everyone learns and improves their business. And soon be time. So without further ado, let's get it going. So here's our script battle bracket. The first matchup will be Lauren versus Shemaya. Then we have Brandy versus Eddie.
Oh, baby.
Versus Jack. And it's good selection, because you have many purposes to be covered, we have the sections of the round that's Susan State, so we're getting around the clock. He is, I think, but he is also going to be participating in one of the objections, so. Thank you, fellow. To your right or to your left, he's building it also in there, right? And if you use marital home inspections, they'll be more than happy to let you use this space. So.
AKA use the.
What was that?
Use Marigold.
Yeah, use it. All right, here. And you get rock, paper, scissors, and see who's showing versus. Whoever's going to stand right here, please. see you really well on Zoom.
Okay. Red and black and white. I don't know why this isn't working.
Worthless.
What are the odds? Who can
I
do
know,
the odds?
right?
All right, seller objection. We're going to sell in June, but we'll wait to interview agents closer to then. Take a minute. Let me know when you're ready.
Are you ready? All right, quiet on the set, everybody. Okay, so we're sitting at a listing appointment. We're at the dinner table. We just got done chatting. And then I hit you with, oh no, I'm sorry. We're not at the listing appointment yet, right? The objection was not that. Let me double check, sorry.
We're just gonna wait till June and.
So we're on the
interview
phone.
agents closer
We're on the
than-
phone. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, you give me a call on the phone. I hit you with, hey, we're gonna be listing in June, but we want to wait to interview agents until then. Go.
Yes, I was just telling you, you guys, I don't think it's
You know, I just think it's the best time of the year to sell. You know, our yard starts looking better at that point in time and the market heats up and we're just thinking that's gonna be the right time to maximize our value.
Have you guys thought about interviewing agents to get an idea of what that process looks like before then, that way you're ready in June with the already stuff?
Well, we didn't really want to waste anyone's time, so we just felt like it might be a little too early and the market will change a bunch before June anyways.
Totally. Well, I'll tell you, definitely aren't wasting anyone's time, so typically what I like to do with a bunch of my clients past is we'll actually kind of meet, usually about 6 months to a year out, just so that they can get an idea of what they actually want to do to prep their home into. I know you mentioned getting your yard ready, but you know what the staging your home looks like, or like prepping the inside of your home itself looks like.
I guess we really haven't thought about that part yet.
Okay, gotcha. So that's what we would do. Just like I said, an idea of what that looks like. That way, once June comes, you don't feel like you're scrambling to get things ready to list. You don't feel like you're under pressure to deep clean your house for that.
That might work, but at the same time, like, don't you think the market changes quite a bit between, you know, now and June?
Yeah, it does, but with the market changing, you know when you wanna sell your place, so I don't wanna convince you how to sell it in June. I'm just saying, I think for you, it would be a really good idea just to know what that process looks like, whether you decide to list in June or you decide to list tomorrow, you'll still need to know what it looks like and actually get your home market.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the only thing is I don't wanna like lock into a price, you know, so I feel like having a realtor come out and then they tell us the price. Now we're stuck with that price, right?
No, so actually, you aren't stuck with any price or anything in a realtor relationship unless you sign a contract. And that's not my goal, I just wanna help you guys have a better picture, that way you know what you guys are gonna be going through.
Well, I don't think I have any other objections, so I might as well just have you come out, right? All right, let's give it up for Shemaya. All right, so the objection's right there. We're going to sell in June, but we'll wait to interview agents closer to then. We're on the phone. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, we feel like our yard is looking the best then and the market really heats up in the summer. So we definitely just wanted to wait until then and we didn't want to waste anybody's time.
We are in January. Do you know anything about market trends? Have you spoke with anybody about where we're at
No,
versus later?
no.
Okay. So my goal is to help you and educate you on what the market trends are, so you can make the best educated decision on which to stop. Visually, June is beautiful, but we want to make kind of, what's the goal here when we sell the house?
We just want to make the most amount of money.
Okay, what's making you want to move?
We're ready to downsize. Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited to move, and there's tons of downsizing is a part of the. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah.
It's January 2nd. You're already inappropriate.
pressure whatsoever. I'm just here to tell you that spring market starts first of all. Spring market starts about now, maybe February. We're in a season that could be crazy competitive, maybe not. So I want to get to know you so I can help educate you step by step of where we're at. And if you can start preparing your home now, that would be best, because what if it was a perfect scenario for you? You'd be ready to rock and roll.
Well, isn't it where homes sell for the most in like June?
Maybe, location, the type of home, there's a lot of factors that go into it. I know where I'm going, I want to meet you, there's lots of, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much right now. But if I could just see your home, let me know what I can do for you, give you education on the market trends, we can start there. I can tell you a scenario I've been in, I built a. I built five. I've sold many in the last couple of years in many different markets, many different scenarios. And this specific seller was the same exact scenario. Like, you want to sell to them, you don't even know if you want to sell. But I got to meet them and let them know what I could do for them. And then come to find out we made them $20,000 extra with $25. We have a perfect home, and they sold and bought sooner than they would even imagine.
Mhm.
I'm a full-time agent, I think every day, I wouldn't expect you to know any of these things. I mean, it's crazy world we live in.
Good job. Really good. Really good.
So moving on to the next one. We have some. But first off, I will say that Lauren,
I like.
you did fantastic as well.
Mhm.
And Sean, you did great. You guys definitely got them when worried about it, but let's go and see if anybody has some suggestions, maybe how they want to handle this differently. Demon.
You can utilize off market, say if you have a certain size and you need it every time. You can spend the 6 months while thinking about selling and getting a plan ready to go. We can advertise that off market and see if somebody's interested for your time.
So you said, utilizing it off market and seeing if you could maybe float a price there that is more than what they might get on the open market.
I think they were focused on the hot market in summer, but at the same time, I would be able to find something since it's so hot to buy in the summer.
Yeah.
You know, kind of emphasizing that, like, about that, you know, and if it's gonna be hard for you to buy in that market as well as it is, you know, easy to sell, would that change your mind?
Right, and I kept saying hot in the summer for a reason. Do you have something to say about that?
You're gonna see more inventory. You're gonna have to-
Correct.
Exactly.
So you guys, the reason I'm saying that is I'm hoping one of you to correct me a little bit, and Lauren, you kind of did. You started talking about the spring market, like you never know, let's be ready, but I think. Obviously, we don't know, first of all, we don't know what the summer's gonna bring, but typically, what happens in the summer? There's more inventory because people go over cabins, they go on vacation, it's easier to list, right?
Buyer fatigue.
Yeah, buyer fatigue, in my experience, putting your house on in February, March, April is way better.
Yeah.
And like more guaranteed than the summer, because sometimes you list a summer house too high price because you're basing it off of the spring market when there was no houses,
Yep.
right? So like, just be careful if people are saying that stuff. A lot of people talk about landscaping and all that, and like, while that's important. I mean, hopefully they have photos of it, that you can just use it in the listing, while you can then still list it all the snow on the ground and the snow house on the market. So that was the one thing I was hoping that somebody would say, but I think if you guys had more time, you would have.
I would have started with nobody gives a shit about your landscape.
How sad.
So anybody else have anything good, bad, and different, that they would, said?
Like some questions, trying to understand reasons, motivation, what was driving that, so I really liked how you worked those in. The one thing I would have encouraged my clients to do is, I'd like to share with you the process to prepare your home
for the sale in June. And there are many steps that come before that, inside, outside, repairs, staging, painting, etc. So it is a process to prepare your home, and I really would like to take you through that step by step to share with you ahead of time what you can do to be ready for you.
Yeah, and, I think anybody that uses a home stager, for example, like our team, we use a home stager, it's a really good in. Where you're just like, you know what, we're not even working together at MTP, but here's how much, believe in what we do, I'm gonna pay for a home stager and come out and meet with you even before you meet with me. I just want to have them talk you through what you expect. After you meet with them, we'll follow up with you, see how that went, and then see if I can come out and see if it's something, usually get in the door.
Yep.
I think that's not a bad tactic sometimes, it's gonna cost you $300-400, but I think, use it on the right people. I've had my stager actually going and close people for me. Like, she's like, hey, Tyler said you haven't signed this paperwork yet, so am I coming out? And then I sign. She'll do that. So, yeah, and then, Tony, go ahead, sir.
What you were doing was really great. We almost there. Just when it's like that stuff that you said. You want to. But you know, you say that it's there. That's utilizing one of the listings.
Yep.
It's. You can only one, or two, you can one problem, but it is the easiest way to get something inside of. Get a listing.
Yep.
Because now you're not paying the price, and you were almost there.
Yep.
Well, and that is, it's an easy sale too, because if they say, hey, I want 700,000 for my house, that's what I'm selling it to. Okay, well, if I get you 710, would you sign with me right now? And I'll help you prep from that.
Yep.
And then we'll run another CMA in May, and now we can see where the market.
And that's kind of what I was thinking about too, because I've done that with Dylan where he's like, well, if I gave you 710 or this, but I just couldn't get to.
Yeah. You guys did a great representing that, and then I think Lauren was one that got out of me, one of you guys did that, I was looking for the best price possible.
That's, I like that from Lauren.
And so why that's important is that you can pivot back, like, well, you actually know what the spring market is, typically is the best time to sell, there's a lot. And then it's like, well, what do you hope to get from your house? 700,000. Well, hey, if I can come out, if I can tell you if it's 780, 715 off market during the spring, would that be interesting? Like, so that's a really good question. If you have more time to get it out there. Then the last thing I'll point out is Lauren started to do the field out found tactic, or was, yeah, I had a client just like you. This is what we did for them. That's always a great thing to just throw out there. And whether you're brand new and you haven't had a client yet, or you've had 100, you can probably say that, hey, my team or whatever, my brokerage has had people just like you, here's what we've done. So, but anyways, great job. I hope you guys move on to the next round.
You're gonna find out. Can you come up in the center here, so? Uncle Tony. All right, take it away, Curtis.
Yeah, so I mean, they never bought. When I bought mine, 20 years ago, we got closing costs covered, everything taken care of. Like, I know the HVAC is 12 years old, working great, but it's 12 years old, it's gonna be replaced, so yeah. Yeah. What about, there's all these places that it's a, the last one, it's a housing incentive. I would say, it's very goal, it's always to make sure it has, you know, also, specific items.
He's from the south.
They're very, they're experts on all these things, and we're never much people has that's, well, like, the concept. Yeah, no, that's fair. It did say in the disclosures too that, they had water in the basement 15 years ago. Yeah. I mean, yeah, so they did have water in the basement 15 years ago. Did you also see 10 years ago in the drainage status in the basement? To have that problem fixed, there wasn't a problem with water in the basement. Are you familiar with that?
We can just, yeah, we can.
Snip it.
No, that's that's all good, I guess. Yeah, so I would say, let's move forward, ask the solution. There's only, I'm gonna warranty, I didn't want to add. For your son, not in my space. They have everything done for you. Yeah.
Curtis will start and then you just kind of go through it.
First time sell a house.
First time buying.
Oh, no, since Bobby sued this first house until I bought my house 20 years ago. You got holes and house covered, you got everything they asked for. They put in a new furnace and a new row. And I saw on this inspection that the furnace is 12 years old. And I mean, that's a little bit on the older side, so I think we should go. I totally agree with you. Since they're not running in Minnesota. That's somewhat in the south. So I think it's a great thing to ask for. You know, we should definitely potentially also ask for first. Did you like that? Yeah, it's nice. Anything else aside from the furnace, that kind of thing? Then take what they're looking for. Yeah, I mean, there's some lines wall, so you can upgrade it. Fun people stuff. Yeah, there's, I mean, you gotta make a city. Okay, I mean, that part of it's pretty good. No, I would say, yeah, I mean, we're not definitely buying a new car here, a new house, right? So we're going to have some existing problems in this property. And I think, depending on the price that we want to shoot for, and also what we're asking for, to see if it's fair, when I said as well too, because I work in both sides, right? I don't just compare to everybody, just I never saw this task. So when it comes to access to have a case, there's one inspection, let's have a professional to see what is required to have this, if it's red flag enough, to see if it's something that we could, set expectations wise to, ask to have that rebate or just repair, if that works with you. What do you think about it? I mean, what would we be looking for, like, if we ask them for, like, do we just shoot for asking for anything? I mean, you can, but when you feel comfortable knowing having an extra going to tell you what's actually wrong with furnace without furnace filter. Yeah, I mean, that'll. And as a matter of fact, I work with a great company, Marigold. It's essential. I mean, it's great work, but and I think they will have a great report when we read out. And not only that, but before they actually have a contractor, they come to see if it works out for you and get a quote from a professional to tell you what happens. I mean, otherwise, like, if it's definitely something that, you know, our student days, I will shoot for it.
what's the worst you can do, down and offer, on the purchase agreement. So if you're going at 150 and the house is listed for 160, you know, I think that would cover 10,000 dollars, potentially, to go for that. Or, you know, if you have a case, what do you need? What the best for you?
I think that works.
Yeah, no, great, awesome, I say that.
That's why you get questions, like, see if there's anything you have to add to it. It's first thing, basically,
My English is like good.
any, but, or the great, I didn't see the goal. Okay, it's not goal number. Okay, so we're drawing Right. So I would like to do that first, and then see what everybody else has to say, but. Negotiating an inspection is tricky by itself. And then we add into the mix, it's even trickier. And I think the one thing for sure I tell you that I would think that differently is just. So he's throwing out things like, well, the electrical has to be upgraded. The carpet has to be replaced, the furnace has to be replaced, none of it has to be replaced, first off. I think you need to make that very clear. Now, obviously, there's an FHA electrical outlet compliance there, maybe something with the city of Minneapolis or whatever, different conversation, but most times it's. This is all subjective, third party opinions, and none of it has to get replaced for code purposes, right? So that'd be the first thing I would have done is I would have educated that on that. But like, hey, I hear you loud and clear, if it was my baby girl buying a house, I would actually want it as well. But we are in a market that's pretty competitive, and so you have to understand what options you actually have. And then that's where I would pivot to the main warranty that Brady did, and you didn't hear that part, but Brady said, hey, we can, the furnace is working. And I think that's why he said it that way, right? It's working perfectly, it's just older. The electrical is working, but it's older. So that's where if we pivot to that home warranty, if I was a dad, I would feel really good about that, because that doesn't just cover the furnace. It covers basically everything in the house, so it's like, you know what, Dad, I hear you, I'm gonna do one better. We're not even gonna replace the furnace, because that only accomplishes one thing. Why don't you have a home warranty that will protect your baby girl from anything in the house, essentially, right? And it's only gonna cost them $100 deductible if something were to break down. And then we'll get repaired or replaced up to a certain amount. And, you know, would that be better to have the appliances covered, plus this, plus that, plus this, right? I think any dad would be like, oh, that's a great idea, I didn't even know that existed. Because back in this stage, 20 years ago, maybe there wasn't.
Good job. Okay, doesn't want me to talk. But you know what I'm saying there, like, just, I think you started talking yourself maybe into a situation where now you're kind of, you weren't promising $10,000 back for your client, but you were alluding to, you might get that, and on that, that's all. 10K, I want 10K. And by the way, 10K, like, if this is a furnace, maybe, and that's, I mean, not a lot, right? It's not gonna be all electrical, it's not gonna be all that stuff, so that's where, don't start throwing out quotes and numbers and stuff, in my opinion, just because you might put yourself in a box, you know what I mean? I think the home warranty is really, really good for that type of stuff. Thoughts?
From an inspector point of view, I know we really, this objection, we have to work on with you guys. And so a lot of times, if we're trying to do, if we don't know what we don't know what kind of. How many difficult was it for you to get this hour set there? And so a lot of what we're trying to do is pivot and push it back towards you. Not leave it all in your hands, but we always try to say, hey, you're the master negotiator, you know ins and outs of the deal, and that's what's gonna make it valuable balance with negotiating settings. The other thing I think really just careful on is we're careful on this when we're delivering, because a lot of times we will not also like 60 stuff. They're not all bad, like most of the majority of them are not things that like are detrimental to the house, they can be repaired very easily. And so we want to try and focus on the larger, bigger issues instead of looking at the standard order. And then all of a sudden they start talking about the carpet and the coating that's looks a little bit growing that or any of all that. So just understanding that that codes are not retroactive, so it helps build different areas. We're gonna have a lot of times you're gonna say like somebody else we run into that at help, especially neighborhood. It's that hey, these problems that you're seeing in this house are gonna be in pretty much every one of these houses. They're all gonna have different channels, they're all gonna be missing the HCI outlets. Their roofs are all gonna be 15 years old. And so just understanding those and being able to overcome those objections that they are present in the clear ones, just to compare our house. That we're not moving.
Similar. I think it's really important to paint a little bit more of a picture for that. The first thing he sees is a whole bunch of shit wrong at an inspection during the first showing. He has no idea, most likely, no idea. They watch all of it.
There you go.
He probably has no idea how difficult it was to get the house, what the market parameters are. He gave a great example of he bought his house 20 years ago. How about painting a little bit of a picture of the market now? What is necessary to get greater inspection? Walking into a spring market. I mean, is it likely to get anything fast? I think painting that picture and then giving the straight answer for what's most likely to be realistic, and then providing a solution that's still certain.
Who else has something? I don't want to hear you.
I think a big thing that this is, when you do an inspection, all the inspection is in this way she have for fire council thing is this is solely just a fact issue. That's all inspection is. We're gonna find out the person's problems, clean your car. Okay, let it come in, take a little bit, shut eyes, and if there is emergency issues, one way to shut it there, but when that comes and says, yeah, we're gonna fix all this stuff, it's not broken. You just gonna say, hey, just, you know, this is a bad condition. We can hit all the insurance for exactly how it should be. Might be past the sell ID, but still, just work. And then you look at the stuff and go back. That's the biggest thing to do, is you start getting an objection, and if this is that to the time, which y'all should know. What the hell is he doing? No, I'm the first show you need one. But you're in that situation, but realistically, that's true. It's only that's it. All this is, so we know we're not.
Dylan has a really good strategy on this one too. It's like your yearly physical. We want to really kind of find out what's going on. To Tony's expectation there as well. Set precursor expectations before the inspection.
Yeah, in our library, also, we really have a public point that concert agents that ask. Does anyone else need to be with you to make this decision? And like, I grill them for like 2 minutes, and I'm like, you can bring it. I was like, bring 10 people if you want. They need to be at every showing, they need to understand what they're up against, you know what I mean? I've shown a house with 10 people one time, it was interesting. But I didn't have any attention because they were all there seeing what we were all seeing. And seeing that there was 500 groups coming in behind them during that showing, so it's like, it was ready to get a new furnace, there was 10 hours on this property. Right?
Or they call it crap houses.
So I don't think it is that's why these drawings, anybody else have anything they want to add to this for a month?
One thing I was going to add is that a lot of times they add, I mean, they're looked at an expert, but they're not actually an expert. And so they have that question too, so understanding where that's come from, they're trying to protect this. Understanding that they're really not trying to break it, they also compare it to the health, they can run really most likely nice.
Right.
So having that understanding where
those people are coming from, and the pressure of like people's health shit, to come back on feet. In some capacity is something that they're trying to lead, right, just figuring out.
It's a great data. So we should just say, shut up, Dad.
Count it.
My favorite thing to do with that, people, the contractor, is to let them show how smart they are, wherever their expertise is, they've done electrical in their house a little bit, or they're learning electrician, hey, what do you use, it's like, oh man, we take it out, we talk about it. So that way they can give that feedback and they can show their values and or their.
The objection. The objection is from a buyer. I only qualified for FHA, but I know it's a bad loan type. So I'm not going to wait until, or I'm going to wait until I can qualify for conventional. Are you ready? Yeah. Do money? You know, I only got qualified for an FHA loan. I know it's a bad loan type, so I'm just gonna wait until I can qualify conventional. They're the worst, that's what I've heard.
Why, what makes you, like, what have you heard with that? Why are
Sellers just won't work with them. And, yeah, pretty much it. Sellers just don't want them.
Yeah, that can be true in some cases. I think it's important to make sure you understand why. FHA and VA share basically the same appraisal issues. And most of those are just safety concerns. It ends up being a lot of times small issues like chip, paint, loose, missing handrails, things that can be taken care of pretty easily. And there's a reason that FHA loans are most common in first-time home buyers. They're more flexible with down payment and they're more flexible in debt to income ratios. So it would be an interesting conversation to have with your lender, and we have to talk with that, about why you chose to go FHA versus conventional.
They said that I couldn't qualify conventional right now. And it's gonna be about a year. So I think we're just gonna wait for a year.
Totally. Well, if you wait for a year to go conventional, I would love to run the cost of waiting numbers for you on what I need.
What do you mean cost of waiting?
Yeah, so, you're gonna be looking at very simply the basic depreciation. So a lot of people get into real estate so that the house can appreciate, you can increase your value. It's a great way to build up, it's the most common type of thing. So, when you're looking at appreciation, depending on the area, 2023, yeah, it's about 4 or 5% appreciation in a home. So if you buy a $300,000 house, you would have made $12,000 a year. But what that's not taking a part of is what interest rates are going to do. You're missing out on a year of payments and paying down that balance. And then on top of that, what's the market rate of the year? Are you gonna have to pay $30,000 on the asset price again, or can you get a deal for the way on the winner?
But I don't wanna get stuck with the PMI.
Sure. Do you know what PMI number is?
I don't know. I've heard it's bad though.
Sure. Well, here's the benefit of that big one that we haven't talked about yet. FHA loans have a smaller interest payment than conventional loans. So yes, you do have PMI, but you're gonna have PMI with conventional loans, like 20%. On top of that, you're gonna save on the interest as well. So unless you get a 20% down, which I don't think we talked about. but-
No.
So unless you get 20% PMI on both, you might as well take advantage of the lower interest rate.
I see why you sold 40+ houses this year, buddy. Great job. Yeah, just going through the buyer consultation, the process, all that stuff.
All right, kind of all, appreciate any time to see you here today. You mentioned that you were looking at your, I know we gave you a few lenders.
Yeah.
Somebody got through.
Yeah, all the lenders came back and they just said that I qualify FHA, but I know it's a bad loan type, so like, we're just gonna wait until we can go conventional, you know.
So why do you think it's, for
Just, you know, I know that I've heard it from you, like, in some of the videos you put out, I've heard it from other realtors, like, you know, right now there's sellers and they just really want to go conventional. It's just, it sounds like it's less crap they have to deal with or something, so we're just gonna wait. And the PMI, you know, don't wanna deal with that.
No, completely understand, so, well, just to let you know, FHA loan is not a bad.
Really?
Besides that, letting you know. here, well, any other FHA programs. A lot of great programs out there, you guys are first home buyers, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's also a lot of, programs. So you get in there, I suppose. Convention. I can tell you that I have multiple statistics for that, but, what kind of is the reason for you wanting to?
We're just sick of renting and, you know, but, yeah, I've just heard so many bad things about FHA, so I just think, you know, me and TK have talked and we've decided that we should just wait, like about, the loan officers are saying it'll just be a year. And then we can get into a home with conventional.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's see about out there. No conventional, and you mentioned PMI. I need to put it out on 20% for the home itself.
Do you have like some money stashed away or?
I have $5.
So we're gonna need minimum down.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of great programs that you mentioned that should stay in. And from the point, it is a strong one. And go to your center and look against finance out of that.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Some of that fee, but again, a year or 2 years down the road, things change there.
Okay. Are we at time or do we?
I mean, okay, I would buy it.
We're good, we're done?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's give it up for Corey. So that was kind of that was a bad answer for both of you because you guys both did incredible. Both of them absolutely convinced me to buy out HA and all that type of stuff. I think one thing that stuck out to me that Dylan talked about in Corey, I know we would have got there, we had more time because you were alluding to it, but he got more than possible meeting. You know, and you were getting there, you were talking about wasting money on the rent and all that stuff, and eventually I'm sure you brought up appreciation and just all that stuff, right? And so he went into that a little bit, talked about appreciation, and I think that's a really important piece. That someone's like, oh, so wait till I have a better loan take, like whatever that means, you know? It's like, just get into a house, you know? And if a lender's telling somebody they can't qualify for a year for a conventional, do you think they're gonna qualify in a year? No.
Affordability with that question. What rate I think would be able to qualify price when you're looking?
Most times, credit, you know, I'm like, more than likely, they're not gonna all of a sudden change what they're doing and go conventional. So it's just like, I think you gotta be real with them, but then, yeah, explain that it's not a bad loan and lots of people use them. So I think you guys both did a great job. So that was really, who else has anything else that you guys would have added in?
I like that Corey touched on that you can refi out of FHA, right? That was cool.
Ray said, Corey said that they could refi out of it eventually. Where that's kind of what I was alluding to when I brought in. So yeah, that was a very good point as well. Anything else?
You gotta move on that a little more from the states that you refi out of something like that. It's like
But on an FHA loan, somebody that doesn't have enough money, would they be able to refinance if they don't have the money?
So it goes into the loan.
It goes into the.
Yeah, so.
Well, what?
If it's all about the value ratio, so as long as they have a built-in principle for their equity.
Oh, thank you for clearing that out.
Yeah, look at examples when somebody's overpaying their house. And they're going 20, 30, 40 grand over. It's always The question of if they're gonna have enough value to refi it. Don't know their needs, so.
So this is like an extension of this objection, but we're gonna face this year, right? And the last time I looked at the stats, it was like, I think 70% of the loans are conventional right now, they don't get accepted, and like 7% were cash, 12% were FHA, EA or whatever. So there's still not gonna be like, sellers are gonna want to deal with them, right? Especially if the market goes where I think it's gonna go, where multiple offers, all this stuff. So if you do have a buyer like this that has to go to FHA, what do you guys think is the next step of conversation? That, basically setting expectations, right? Yeah, like 15 days from today. But like, don't set yourself up for failure and make them like convinced that, oh, FHA is a great type, we're gonna be fine, and then you keep losing, right? You need to explain that, like, it's not bad, it's just, it's not as competitive. So we have to do some other things if it's not a lot of situation in order to win. You may have to pay 30,000 over the asking price. You may have to waive an inspection, you may have to do this, you may have to do that, so just know where to go after that conversation takes place. Make sure you're educating them on, we're not gonna wait here because you're gonna lose, in my non-expert opinion, 10% appreciation this year. Okay, and some people say 4, I think it's gonna be more. So we're not gonna lose that. So now what we have to do is into a house, and it's all those other things that we're gonna have to talk about. So. I know it wasn't part of the examination. So. All right, if you want to-
They do go to sell. Yes, Terry has a good point.
Another feature on an FHA loan that makes it nice on the resale side is that in there, it's conventional. Typically is not.
What does that mean for people that don't know?
What, that is.
Assume, yeah.
So that if the rate is low enough, or a good rate compared to what the current rate is, they can assume it and just pay the difference between what the loan amount is left to pay off and what the sale price.
Yep. Yeah, typically an FHA rate is a little bit lower, you know, so in 2 years' time, who knows where rates will be, and it might look good to have that. So yeah, it's a very good point. All right, let's see, who do we got? Max Lehman versus Jeff. Just like that, Jeff is on. All right, let's get Max, a tough one here. Day 2 of 75 hard for Max Lehman. Looking fit. All right, buyer objection. Rates are still too high. I need to wait for them to come down more in order to sell and buy. Should we be on the phone or where we at, in person? How about we're talking at like a gathering? So we kind of know each other.
Bowling.
A bowling party, we're bowling.
All right. In between pins, baby.
You bring up, you bring up real estate and you bring up real estate and then I hit you with that.
Tyler, it sounds like you currently have a house.
Yes,
Okay, and you're looking to sell.
you helped me buy it.
Great.
Like 3 years ago, we got 2.5% rate.
And you're looking to move, living upstairs.
Yeah, we need more room.
Okay. And that pays on it, you need, or what do you need more room for?
Yeah, we got a bonus baby on the way.
Congratulations. So you're looking to upsize, you need more room. When's the baby due?
Baby's due in 5 months.
5 months, okay, so a little crunch time.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably make it work. You know, we could do the bunk bed situation, but it's really it just comes down to it. Just doesn't make much sense. You know, we got such a great rate on our house.
Yeah.
Why would we go? I know rates have come down, but I mean, they're still 6.5% or something, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about a 4% difference in rate. I mean, why would I trade my house at that price or at that rate?
Yeah, we see where you're coming from. There's a lot of people in that situation.
I guess to get a bit better picture, is money gonna be the most important thing to you and your wife?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely, I mean, we have to move to make more room, but it's a big financial decision for us, obviously. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I guess you have a few options. So a move is coming in the future, one way or another, right?
We could wait it out
Wait.
if it may, you have to ask my wife.
Okay. Maybe you guys.
Yeah.
As long as we need.
Yeah.
Rates have come down a little bit, and obviously no one has a crystal ball. We could wait a few more months, maybe they drop a little more, maybe you keep waiting and we could go back up, and then you're stuck in bunk beds for a few years.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to let you know that that is a possibility for waiting. Another thing we can do is, are you open or help your current home? You go to lower rate?
I think the problem there is we need the money out of there for the down payment, you know, so probably not. Probably need to sell it.
They sell you the, either one.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the best thing we could do is, you're looking at upsize. How much, like what kind of price range are you looking at?
We've been looking at some like new construction stuff, you know, online at like 650, 700, stuff like that,
Okay, and currently your house was right around
like 350.
350.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think the one thing I do want to let you know about then is new construction right now has some incentives. I don't know if you've heard about that.
No,
They do have some builders that are actually offering 50%.
really?
rates, to get into their new construction homes. So maybe what we can do is go look at some new construction homes, and find out what builders are offering those incentives, so they're really great for you,
Mhm.
that could, help you get that open.
Love it.
Time.
Me and you were at a party, like a gathering. You actually helped, I hate this mic. You actually helped me buy my house, okay?
3 years ago.
Previously. And then when we start talking about real estate, I hit you with this. So rates are still too high. I need to wait for them to come down more in order to sell and buy.
So what's your reason for wanting to do right now?
Bonus baby on the way. But we don't need to move right now. We're gonna need to move, but we can wait.
What do you think about interest rates?
I mean, they've come down 10 straight weeks, right? That's what you made a video about it the other day. That was phenomenal. But I mean, you got us a 2.5% rate. They're still up in the 6.5 range. Just seems crazy to give up what we have.
Right, a lot of people think that right now. What do you think the market should look like if we wait until interest rates come back down, we can afford it, go out and buy a house at the same time?
That's a good question. I mean, probably similar to when you helped me buy the house the last time. It was pretty chaotic.
So most likely it's gonna bring back the offers, it's gonna be a lot more challenging to buy the next house.
Mhm.
So I would suggest, starting the process and you can get it going on selling your house, so that way you can, should not be contingent on your house, or at least have the process started.
Mhm.
And then like I said, we need to know what the interest is gonna go, and I think it's good, I think it's a go for you, now, sooner than later.
But if rates do come down, like, don't you think it's worth waiting for just to see what happens? I mean, it would make it a lot more affordable for us.
Well, if the rents go down like this, suggesting what we're going to, most likely with that extra competition, the price is gonna go up, and we will be back in open offers, so relatively paying $10,000 extra for that house.
Mhm.
So it's definitely gonna raise the prices if they do come down, because we have competition and that. Increase, so I don't think we can save that.
Our home price would go up too, though, right?
Correct.
So we probably have some more money to bring to the table.
Correct, I mean, you would potentially losing that equity by paying extra for your next house. And then usually the biggest challenge is getting into your next house in a market like this. You can usually get your house sold and find the next house and getting accepted offers.
I know, yeah. I know. What other objection you have?
do affordability.
Go ahead, hit them with it.
Is there any way we can keep the house that we have? With that rate that we love?
We're gonna keep the house that we have now and buy another one.
Mhm.
I guess that would be, we'd have to look at your finance and see if that's something problem for you.
Well, when you helped us buy it, we got a really good deal. And we got a message that our appraised value was probably a good 120,000 in potential equity. Would we be able to steal some of that to buy the next house, but then keep the house we have?
Yeah, definitely, you have enough equity, you can use that as a down payment on the second one, I just made a couple of things as far as financing, if the financing is that, but that would be something we can talk with the lender and see if that's a possibility.
Sounds good, buddy. Good job.
All right, moving on to someone else. Leanne. Mr. Jack. Yeah, has anybody heard this suggestion?
Yeah.
Never.
A few times already. I have. Just kidding, I've heard it, every day. It is the number one objection you have to learn how to handle, okay? I think Jeff did a phenomenal job causing doubt, which I love to do. One of the best hacks ever, because anybody that you're talking to that has a suggestion thinks they're super smart. Okay, like I didn't do research, I know what's happening, blah, blah, blah. Clearly, they're
Doing their research.
when you see on that, on what's gonna happen, prices are gonna go up, so are you really doing much, right? So I thought that was really smart. I know that not every situation where you're talking about this allows you to get into the other tactic that I would use, but I was gonna throw it out there, so if you guys do come across this, you can use it. My team was going to talk about this before, it's called a lifestyle interest rate. Basically what that means is clearly you have a 2.5% interest rate on your house, so what is that doing for your overall lifestyle right now? You have a bunch of equity. You have a bunch of equity in your home. We could use a lot of that to buy the next house, but there's probably not over that we could maybe turn around and pay off some debts that you have, right? Because I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of inflation. Things are really expensive. I know this because we were in Vegas and we talked about this with a group of realtors much smarter than me. Where we had an economist by the name of Gary top of us. Credit card debt is at an astronomically all-time high. When I say it like that, it's so much higher than it was 2 years ago that it's insane. And so, money in the bank, all-time low. Some of that is because they're putting their money in, oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? It was 5% money markets. Some people are putting money in the money market so that it's not a perfect stat, but essentially people are struggling. Okay. So it's safe to say, really talking to her, probably has some debts that need to be paid off. And so they're holding on to this low interest rate, but it's only one aspect of their entire lifestyle, right? So you can show them that, hey, you have all this free money in your house that you weren't supposed to have because of COVID. You have an extra $100,000 more than you would have that you have. Why don't you use that and make it a little easier, right? So don't forget about that one, guys. If you can get into a conversation with somebody and they're, especially a past client, like this situation, they're probably willing to share those things with you. Like, hey, I'm just curious because of this thing called lifestyle interest rate, and I might be able to help you. Would you mind sharing with me? Do you have a car loan? Do you have student loans? What are you a person? You know, obviously choose who you bring that up to, but I think it's a really good tactic. So I know we have time for that one, but I just want to throw that out there for all of you to remember, because we're gonna run into this. Rates have come down, but they're still not anywhere near what they were, right? So what would you look at?
Yeah, so going into a competitive environment, again, we're gonna really have to set expectations and go over options. Options are gonna be crucial, whether it be a lifestyle opportunity, understanding why they move, or why they want to move, it's gonna be set and move on. Then plugging in different options that people can have to be creative is gonna be the solution needed, especially since you don't have 2.5% to 3.5% interest rates going into the competition environment. Affordability is still gonna be an issue, having the excess cash coming in, so you need to give people options. And then it's just gonna be about helping them, what's best fit for your family. Save much money, bring your payments down, what it's already,
Yeah.
or keeping the house, renting it out. Well, so now we have a original, and getting a new house now for appreciation things, there's plenty of options.
Right. I do like the tactic of just explaining what's gonna happen in rates. They're not gonna all of a sudden hit the jackpot and raise them. No one's interested in buying a house, so that's not gonna happen, right? So there's, the people waiting on the sidelines. Nathan, how many people are waiting on the sidelines? Mr. Sack guy?
For every 1% the interest rates drop, if it's 5 million buyers in Alabama, 40% of buyers have an interest rate below 3%, so a lot of those people will buy and sell.
There you go. So we're going to assume that in here that every 1% the rate shock is predicted another 5 million buyers in the market.
Which is what stat per house sold in the country?
Yeah, I don't know, there's not enough houses.
Yeah. Maybe like 1 to 10, it's about 1 to 10.
Yeah.
So, got it.
So it's gonna be a fun year for all of us, right? But like, you gotta be able to explain this objection and make them understand that they're not saving any money, in fact, they're costing themselves money. By holding them to this rate that doesn't really work with their life anymore anyways, because they have a baby or whatever, you know?
I just wanted to ask Nate, have you ever told that to like a client, and what was their reaction? I bet.
The one thing I want to touch on this is, when you ask what happens, touch on, there's still no guarantee you're gonna even get into the house. There's no guarantee getting into the house, how many offers you have to put in when competition is that brutal? Too many. So yeah, you might get a lot extra money, but how about losing 10 of your favorite homes before you start making sacrifices?
I think another dynamic too is a lot of these people will be people that buy a house for the first time. So they have the luxury of like trying to time it because they didn't have a house to sell. When you have a house to sell, it's like you don't really get to pick the perfect time because if it's good for one end, it's gonna be bad for the other, right? So I don't know, I think it's an easier objection to handle if you use those two tactics. Just looking too far on the weeds and talking about what rates might do and stuff like that, just kind of paint the picture.
Just, I mean, Bill had mentioned earlier, one of the easiest ways to build well is homeownership. And then the biggest thing we know about real estate are people look over this real estate. Houses just fell. Get in. Hey, people make money.
So what about an objection, like my father will ask me every time I see him, where does it stop? Houses have to stop going up, people aren't making more and more money, so where does it stop? It's crazy.
Since what, since 1970, I think it was a period that it's like the only time it stopped, the only time, housing decreased in value.
I think other markets that are ahead of us.
What's that?
So you can look at the coasts, the average price, right? So it's a front affordability.
There's also like, you can look at like the average home cost of 1970 was like $46,000.
Yeah.
What's our average cost right now? $470 something, I think is the number. So in 40 years, that number has gone up. Who knows where it's at?
And compare Minnesota to that average. What's your guys' average purchase price? 3 something? Yeah, I'm still below the average.
I personally, because I like sports, I would just compare it to sport. I look at the top and be like, hey, the one time you see a quarterback take less than the previous guy. That's what.
You know, but that's reality. If people are making more money, because I know people that say people aren't making more money, they're making more money, so maybe not. But a lot of people, so like, I think there's always two tails to that story, but I would say like, I mean, no one's taking less money, employees aren't gonna start taking less money. It's just the world we live in. I don't know, it's a great question. Yeah.
Let's see what you get. I think this was a suggestion from one of you guys, maybe. Is buyer slash seller on the fence for several years now. They think the market is just too volatile. So that's what I made up.
Yeah,
But-
so kind of like last subject was where the market's really good for the selling, but it's not good for the buying, and then it switches, and then it's better for the buying.
Is this a buyer or a seller?
Yes,
Both.
and neither of them have to sell to buy, but they'll use the money that on the sell to buy or to pay off the second.
So they,
Like, we can go out and buy something without having to sell the house first.
and their objection is, it's just not a good time to buy right now.
Or the interest rates, or, but who knows? So I don't-
Okay.
I mean, the interest rate's not bad, but.
I'll do my best to try to give a different outcome than the last one. You know what I mean? We'll try not to make it about interest rates, because we just covered that. You're good?
I think so. I mean, there's one thing in here that might help me with it. I think, from what I see on that, the biggest objection is they've been on the fence for a few years, so.
Yep.
They haven't done it in these 2 years.
All right, take it away, Shemaya. Let's say we're on the phone. Is that where you see them on the phone? Okay.
Hey, Tyler, so, yeah, I see, sounds like you're still not planning to make a move, do you know when the ideal timeline kind of looks like for you?
You know, there's just a lot going on right now in the world. We're not really sure when the right time is, to be honest. I mean, we can make a move. You know, you've introduced us to the lender and we can do all that, but we're just a little nervous with everything going on right now.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, aside from timeline, like, why are you guys even thinking about making?
Help.
To move closer to work.
Be closer?
Why don't we move closer to work?
Okay, gotcha. How far are you making work now?
They're 25 minutes.
25 minutes, we'd like to get within 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. And, I mean, that can make us be really a pain in the butt if you're willing to make a move, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and have you been making that commute for the past few years then, while you and I haven't stayed in touch?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So then, first of all, I shouldn't be driving that hard work if you don't want. Then you know that you can make yourself out of that situation. Is it just you moving or in a family moving?
My wife.
Okay.
My wife.
Okay, gotcha. Well, does she work from home or how far does she commute?
She has a part-time job.
She has a part-time job.
Okay, okay. Well,
Phone a friend.
We're doing great.
in your exact same situation past, they just felt like they were kind of nervous to make a move because they didn't know what the picture that they were getting into looks like. I can kind of help you paint that picture. So first thing I would tell you is just kind of seeing how much equity you have in your current place, because I guarantee you're probably sitting on a level of money that you don't even have. So where this move could probably be significantly less expensive than you think it would be. And it probably would be a safer option for you guys to get into something now versus waiting until the spring where you could potentially be paying anywhere from 30 to 50K over.
But with like the rates doing what they've been, with the rates doing what they've been doing and, you know, the election coming up and all this stuff with inflation we've been dealing with, like, we just kind of feel like the market might like crash.
Okay.
And we're just apprehensive to do that. Yeah, we could make the move easy and I don't like my commute, but I also don't want to get stuck somewhere that we're in a problem, you know, we have a problem now.
Totally understand that. And I heard you say you think that the market might crash. Do you know the last time the market crashed and what it looks like?
Yeah, I mean, 2009, 2008,
Yep. And do you know why it crashed?
something to do with the banks.
So it's actually a little bit something to do with base and inventory. So back in 2008, we had so much inventory out there that anybody could go and probably pick whatever house they wanted and get something. Right now, we actually are in an inventory crisis where we don't have as many months of inventory as we usually do. So realistically, we're not seeing any time in the next 5 years that the market is going to crash until we see that problem solved with it.
I don't have anything else. I think you did a great job. Good job. It's a buyer slash seller, so they own a house and they wanna buy one. They're on the fence for several years now. They think the market is just too volatile.
So, do you have some kind of relationship with that?
Yeah, we've been chatting for a few years. Did you sell them
They
now?
sold their neighbor's house for 60 over asking.
Okay,
That's what got them all excited about.
so basically you're a badass realtor, like Terry Harmon.
No, it was.
It's just all the. No, so you're badass Terry Harmon, channel those vibes. And you sold the neighbor's house for 60K over and they started talking to you because they're like, damn, Terry's got to go on. That's it. Hi Brady,
Hey,
thanks for calling me again.
yeah. That's New Year's is something that happens. I just want to see if one of your goals for New Year's is to sell my house.
Well, Brady, you know that we want to buy, but we're just worried about the market. I mean, you know what's going on out there, right?
That's pretty hard to predict. But good thing for you is you got an expert on your hands. Terry, she feels it, so.
Right. Terry Harmon might be the best realtor I've ever seen.
So he's gonna work up the see trends and, you know, look back. What's kind of holding you back from then, I'll start to look at what's up.
You know, we're worried that with the election coming up, inflation kind of going off the deep end a little bit, and I know rates have started to come down, but I'm hearing people thinking rates are gonna go up, I'm hearing that they're gonna go down. A lot of this confusion just makes me feel like there's probably some sort of crash coming, and just don't want to get caught in that.
So let's step back first. Why do you want to sell
Oh, I want to get closer to my job.
your job?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
It's 25 minutes away right now. I want to get it down to 10 if I can. I hate my car.
Alright. So with that, you're looking at getting closer to your work, save some money in gas, whatever that may be. With the market, you said it's hard to predict rates may go up. I don't know if you've been watching rates, have you said they're starting to go down? Obviously, no one's at that magic ball, but you look at past election years, they went down. What's the time rates actually do drop? And it starts to go down. You said inflation kept going up. Inflation actually starting to go down. That's why rates are starting to drop. Did you know that?
I did not.
So there's a little gold nugget for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but as you see, rates drop, what else do you think's happening? 5 million more buyers come to the market for every. What does that mean? It means what? Selling a house may be a little easier, but to buy a house, there's gonna be a lot more competition. The one thing that's gonna happen is when you go to go buy a house, we gotta be contingent on the sale of the property. That offer's not gonna be as attractive to the seller than it would be if we, sell your house, have your house, not for something, but we contingent on the seller finding the property. Seller, you can go with that house right now. Other than maybe a conception.
Okay.
Alright. Moving on to the people. Okay, so let's hear it in a second. This is very good direction she said, so I want to try to help you unpack it a little bit. So you think, here, I'm gonna give it this way. So you said your clients want to be closer to work. You didn't sell their house, you sold the neighbor's house, and so that's how you met them? You're like, open or something? Or-
Nope, they just saw, they were talking to the neighbor.
And then they called them blue.
Yep.
And that's,
Because they saw how fast it sold
yeah, and this was how long ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, okay.
Still talking.
Yep.
Yes.
And when you follow up and reach out to them, you know that they're, pre-approved to purchase no amount contingent.
Yep.
Right? They don't have to sell their house.
Right.
And when you follow up to kind of just ask them like, hey, when you want to start it, they just push back and they just like, we're just gonna wait. Like,
Yeah.
I know,
Well, I think they're kind of, like on that fence where we don't need to sell and when we buy, we want to sell it, we wouldn't have to buy anything else. So we don't have to carry it alone very long. So I think they're like, okay, is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? Now it's flipped.
Yeah, I think,
But
I
mine
think-
is more,
I
right
think-
now, it's actually a good, time because there's not the crazy buyers yet. And there's still, there's enough inventory, we would find something.
Here's what I would call them back and say, hey, you know, I have really, really good news, the Fed just came out, and that's a return rates 6 times. Which is gonna bring more buyers in the marketplace, which is gonna be great for your sell, and in the meantime, you have a rare opportunity, again, before all those buyers come in, let's go find you something, because then you can do the best of.
yeah, because like you're losing this pocket right now, right? Now, we're losing the pocket.
Right.
It's gonna be done in about 3 weeks, okay? But they have a chance to get a good deal on a house with a genius in 12 months. And so I think there's a tendency to hit that, but then. To me, I feel like moving closer to their work isn't a big, like, hurt in their life. So I don't know if I would even lean on them.
Well, it drives from Ridley to, or, yeah, from Ridley to Bloomington. Snowstorms and,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have snow, so it's not.
And they.
bad. Yeah,
So,
that's getting their kids live south of the river.
I might do something like this. I might just follow up, say what TK said, which is, hey, there's, you know, we have this pocket where we're gonna be able to sell your house down the road for a lot more, if you never write like March or something, and you get your house now. For fun, well, most pick 5 houses in Bloomington, or near Bloomington. And can I just show you how I want to get your feedback on it, just so I can know what to look for. And
We have that.
oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Okay, and what other adjustments in there, just not seeing the right one?
Well, I don't know, I don't think the perfect one is, but
Okay.
none of them are.
Yeah, I think, if you had a conversation about rates and this rare spot right now, I think I would at least just call them, and you didn't say that, like he said, like, hey, I don't know if you saw, I just want to pass this on to you. But that's when you play rate 6 times and announce that. So every time they cut a rate of percent, you know, you can say 5 million buyers in the marketplace. That's gonna make your home worth a lot more money, but it's also gonna make other houses worth more. So I think we should try to get something before that happens. You know, just a little more pressure on them.
If you look for houses in the neighborhood, if there's a couple like, that we sold, show what they sell their house for, and it's a great time to use those homes, for their home top dollar. I don't
market houses yet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the biggest difficulty you're gonna have here is they're wrong, it's not the real one. That's a super fake objection, or
Yeah.
fake reason to move. There's gonna be something deeper, whether it be a family thing, but nobody moves because of work. You can change jobs every single year if you really want, unless there's something crazy about their work that they just would never leave. Then you can press on that, it's the, I'm never gonna leave my work, so let's find something permanent. Then you can talk on, okay, what's this home missing here at the outer, what's this home missing to make you a lot up?
I mean, it is closer to family and grandkids, and they're also downside.
So then you
From a
put
house.
record on the houses you see, what they're actually missing, you need to get more commitments out of them on what would it take for them to actually pull a trigger. That's probably what's missing from your show.
Do you know that they have a low mortgage on their house?
Very small, there is.
Very small, okay. So I think I would maybe paint the picture of how selling this house, finding a new home could change your lifestyle, right? Those will work, but the time you have money left over, maybe you got anything else that they have sitting around in their life right now. So there's a few things I would lean on, but at the end of the day, if they're not real, not ready, then I don't see the answer. And all you do is just keep on saying stuff to them. And I'd send them like at least a monthly update, you know, this is where the market's at. You can use your house went up, but everything's going up too, no? So you're not really doing anything, you're just delaying your life.
Initially value until they're ready.
Right. And that might just be the answer. The long follow-up game is one that is hard, but if you do it right, they'll call you when they're ready. But I think you just have to tell them who they can talk about, just so that they know.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's It's up to them. You just don't want to hear from somebody else. Right?
Right.
So,
People are waiting for these crashes to happen. There's like 3 major real estate crashes. Great. So I mean, everybody's sitting there telling me, oh, wait, we're waiting for the crash. Last crash for 08, it's like 75 years ago. And well before that, it's the 1800s. This way it's just, oh, that's really ridiculous that in process. It's like, so you're gonna wait 60 to 70 years for there to be a hospital.
We're gonna die first.
Yeah.
But your house, their current house is also gonna crack, so.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna get a great deal, but you're also gonna sell at a great deal.
Oh, wait, it's still so fresh in everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Straight, thinking it's still. But I mean, that's the real estate, it's 16 years ago. And the real estate market is just not what it's done. It's a bad house.
So they just talk on a comfort zone. That's where they're in a comfort zone.
Yeah, they're
so-
just comfortable.
yeah, they're getting it comfortable, it's really hard to get it on.
Right, yeah.
When people say that, I like that shit on the average price of 2006 versus like 2012. I'm like, even if you buy in the fraction the next year, are you gonna live there 5 years? Probably. So what it was.
Yeah.
You realize the business, you know, that.
We'll just have to go through you guys.
We got D Money versus Jeff.
Dylan's favorite.
All right, open house. Someone comes through the open and says, I'm just looking around at open houses. Demonstrate the best way to capture info and form a relationship.
I just
Shake it.
So,
More of this one. There you go.
hi, good. Hi there. Nice to meet you.
Feel free to take a look at the ones, I'm sitting, so I want to see what kind of thing you get at home. Make sure you take a look at the progress upstairs, and then I want to circle back around with you.
Okay, I'll go take a look at it.
Circled around.
What was your favorite one?
I think the kitchen of this area, the island is fantastic. It's definitely something we're looking for.
Yeah, a lot of the updates have been done, which is nice, but, obviously, you have some, so, the basic, pictures. How long?
Couple of years now. We've just, me and my wife just been out looking in open houses to see what the market's like and.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's a long time as well.
yeah.
What are you looking for?
We're currently renting, so, we're comfortable with our rental, but we know the ways of money, right? So we're just trying to find that right house.
Sure. What is the right house in one page?
The right house for me is, probably has 3-4 bedrooms, 2-car garage, nice update kitchen, stuff like that. Looking for.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's like a little bedrooms.
Well, yeah, and so I said 3 cars, so I have a little bit of saying houses. Have you been working in the juvenile in 3 or 4 years?
No, I mean, we've had people from the TK Hunts team, the Tyler River team, I was back on, they're just relentless, what I mean? But I know we don't have any formal realtor, we just want to look around in the homes and actually.
Sure. Well, there's a reason that I do this all the time. Real estate is very, very intricate. And there's a lot of processes in place for home searches and knowing who the right who it is and what that looks like for you. Financial management. I would love to set up a meeting. What I normally do with people that I guess 9% is set up a buyer meeting or I want you to test that on buying home in this current market. The market changes daily and weekly. So the market's completely different. I'm sure you've seen that in 3 years. One thing I'd love to do for you is show you cost avoiding as well. So I actually have a plan for that. If you wouldn't mind, I'd take your phone number, send that to you. And then does sometime this week work to be running through those tests?
I like the cost of waiting thing, I don't really know much about that, so let me give you my name and number, you can put it in your phone. I'll talk to her like about meeting with you, though. Sure. I know she's she's not as serious as I am. So I want to make sure she can be there for that, but, yeah, I mean, please stay in touch.
Absolutely, that's my purpose.
She does, you know, it's a lot of money, it's expensive, to buy a house and then being all that stuff, so.
Yeah, I think the cost of waiting sheet as well as hearing the options for how to enter the market is gonna be the biggest thing that.
Okay, and now enjoy your house. How are you? Yeah, it's over around, we love it. You know, we have been looking at houses for a couple of years. Just we like to kind of see what's out there, see what the market's like, because we're gonna. We just know what we're going to do, but we like our apartment. It's fine, it's just me and my wife. But we just don't, we're wasting money, you know. That's. Sound good?
Circle around.
All right, on that.
So.
The kitchen, the updates they did in there are super nice. We're really big on cooking. So yeah, that's definitely my main spot there. The one part garage and the unfinished basement is just not, it'll work for us. The rest of it's really nice location.
You had a chance to sit down in the basement and talk about the process. You had a lot of house before?
No, they bought a house, never sat down with an agent, just didn't really feel like it was time to do that, you know, because we still don't quite have the right house for that.
Sure. I've had a lot of people that have been kind of on the fence to searching down, you know, everything's first. It's the only person when they see that house, so they know that it's just fine. Yeah, so I think we rarely grab a property or something, we just kind of go through the process and all the steps to buy a house. And then I can check my homes while I have to, that's connected right to that list. Give you a little bit more access to what's out there, and I think that is responsibility, and we can start the process, and I think we can get it. That's good.
Okay, I just use this on my notes and be able to work. I just don't really think we want to like sit down and talk about all that stuff right now. We're just, I don't want to waste your time, you know what I mean? So, and I know my wife, she's not even here right now. That's.
Sure, and just right, you agree with that, was that, at least have my, just figuring out how to go along with the process. How do you want to real estate?
It's a great question, I don't know. Somebody that has a shiny head. No, but, someone who can walk through the process easily. We're starting finding the right house. A lot of times you go in the open house and it's locked. And then I'll get a text or something and they'll be like, so.
Right, and that happens a lot with sale. It's more about the data plus. And also it's like the so how would I grab your phone number, give you that into my app, and I can share some stuff, and I can probably like.
So how is the staff different than like the guy in Zoom?
Because this is connected right to my, so it's actually. Depending on it was really how long us to find a house that we like. So.
That makes sense, okay, so you're after more accurate.
I can share what I actually that's the process.
You're not gonna like blow me up every day. Let's start with the audience first. So who has something differently, what they like, what they do?
That was great.
You're always so honest. Anyone else can share? I know, I do too.
I can see a positive I saw here was you did not want to meet with him, you gave him another objection in the open house. He wanted to connect with you, give you what you needed, and he still got your total number to be able to keep following on with you.
Yeah.
Can we just, sorry about that, I want to go and play with you really quick. I'm gonna like really fast through this, and just like, yeah, I don't feel like crazy difficult, I just want to the point. So,
Yeah, that's, I really.
no, come on in first.
Hello.
Hey, nice to meet you, I don't know. So, before we go, I just want to tell you a few things. Over here in the kitchen, I have a giveaway.
Giving away, thank you. This week,
We're giving away a TV. I'm more interested. Oh, yeah, $500. Okay, so make sure, Tony, you put your number and email in there, because we're doing the drawing next month, and I wanna make sure that you're included in that, okay? But anyways, I want you to walk around the house, so you come back down and ask me a series of questions, and just figure out what you thought about the house, okay?
Okay, first one questions.
Yeah.
Spin.
You spend this, you back. Hey, TK, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this house? 5, okay. That's good to know. What if your house was made in 10?
Different location,
Okay, where,
in there,
what location?
my desire.
Where is that? I said, not to give me a freaking. What else would maybe?
Better layouts, or more space out, more space in.
Better layouts, so more space like more bedrooms, or do you need a lot upstairs, or?
It is completely different than the pictures, it's way smaller than the photos.
Okay, so this is about 1,000 square foot foundation on like a 1,300 square foot. Something like that, sure, more space. Anything else, is there a general room, need a bigger space upstairs?
We like, good gray walls, more gray walls.
So let's say something is a proxy buyer, he gave me real objections, like, I need a 4th bedroom.
Stairs.
I need a loft, I need a fence in that corner, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. Write it all in. It doesn't say that I'm gonna see you writing this, okay? Because people want you to listen to them. Okay? By the time you're done, what do you have?
Home search.
A home search criteria. Oh my God. Crazy. And you know what? You do have, say, hey, you know, today, I hear this is not a right house for you, but I actually have like a really good criteria for you right here. And I know he's gonna be doing a lot of open houses and stuff, and that can be fun, but I have one, an optimal that in homes that might fit some of this criteria, and I want to make sure that I get a search for you in there, so you can see what's not on the market then. But 2, if you're searching on the open house, it's probably not on the MLS, right? Are you getting a home search sent to you from a renter?
Say sure, I have a couple searches set up for that periodically.
Okay, well, the one that is straight from the realtor's multiple listing service, and it's homes that are only gonna match your 9 or 10 of them. Is that something of value to you?
That's it.
Okay, so I'm gonna get your email address, we put it on the giveaway, so I'll just grab it from there. And then I'm going to send you a home search. And I'm also going to get you, into our front or off market network. Because those are, you just can't see anywhere else. That sound good? Okay, cool. So that's another tactic is the rating system.
Yeah.
That tactic is for you to make a phone search on the MLS for these people, okay? Or maybe you have a house that you just know that's similar to that, right? So that's another way of information that I would highly encourage you guys to use. But if you're doing all the houses without some sort of giveaway, you're literally just making it so hard on yourself, it's insane.
Something else on that, too, if you're not doing the house the same way, you will never be able to track what you're missing and doing it really well at. They can add it in your process, so as long as you're doing it the same way, instead of starting, the exact same way, you finish the exact same way. As you build a process, you get more efficient at it, so that's gonna be how we can add enough things in to increase the conversion. The last thing I would say is, upon the rating system, get something that's comfortable for you. I always say, my question is, how does this whole fit for them? Because then you're gonna get detail what they like, and then, okay, let's put some missing, for 310, perfect criteria. I take more of a buy than for myself. But hey, you know what, sounds like you guys have been looking for a really long time, what are you looking for, an agent, or like, why have?
I like that, yeah.
That's Cole from Cody, I think he's on there, he has that specific line.
Routine.
I know it's an instant question too, that's a really good.
Right, and the last one, pointing out things that they're not getting in their current experience, that you would want to introduce them to. Oh, it sounds like you don't have a agent proactively looking for home, right?
Right.
Okay, would you like to have a solution for that problem?
No.
Then you can feel about that, right, and so, well, you know what, I had a tough one that in the exact same situation, they didn't have any being proactive for them, they didn't know what to start the process. And they really just found that they wanted to have all the information in the tool chat so that they could make themselves consider to advantage of that help for yourself. Buying things so it's just.
Here's another tactic. What about just asking them for their information?
Whoa.
I would have made it.
No.
Can't do
I have before, like, if it's someone that's walking through and it's like a chitter chatter, I mean, you can usually get that vibe of someone who's gonna be willing to give you their info if you just ask them.
The reason why asking somebody for information isn't my go-to, because unless you're providing something of value, you're more likely to get a referral account or something, right? That's why I think the giveaway is really important. And I'm not saying you guys can spend $500 in every open house. Set aside $250 per quarter and do the drawing at the end of each quarter.
Something you can do is, you're never gonna get the business you don't ask for, so at least get to ask for it, if you need a simple way. Just really say like, hey, you know what, let's just record of. I love it, okay. Can I have your number, I want to send you a resource that I have that I use for my personal clients. It's called Home Spotter, I want to share this with you because it's gonna give you a leg up in this market. And I know it's gonna prevent you from having to go to open houses, we get little private showings that we graduate. I'd love to be a resource for you. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I had a question, like, obviously, like, an open house is a little different than like showing. What do you do when like introduction, like, sometimes I just stare out the fucking window. And I'm like, I don't know what to do while they're there, you know what I mean? Yeah, for like an open,
Like while
when
they're
they're like walking around, like, some people like don't wanna be talked to, like, some like are, and they're out. Like, what do you?
Read the room.
Yeah.
Like, they're chatting with me, I'll go for them.
Okay.
I'll show them stuff, and like. Yes, we would love to sell that house, right? So don't get me wrong, but that's not why I'm doing this. So, and all I'm trying to figure out is how to build rapport with this buyer and I can time with them. I don't really care what the house is. If they love the house, they're gonna make it, but.
How do you guys handle a super busy open house, and if there's two or more parties that are, and they're all up?
Then you want to leverage like a giveaway thing, because then you can at least have the best chance of getting you to sign it. And then you can set the follow-up after that, if you happen to not get a chance to connect with them, so that, hey, you know what? I saw you in the drawing, we're gonna do that next week, but I also want to do a follow-up, see what your guys' opinion of the house was, how what you're looking for. You can do a follow-up search that way. That way you can focus on the actual relationship you are developing that goes back. So spend the time effectively while you're there, and then have some sort of backup plan in the event it does get hit, which it probably will when somebody's ready to drop. So that's a good question too. But to your point, what you have to do, use either or just talk about what it is. Like if I got Shemai and someone else, like, hey, you know what? A lot of other people thought this station was very open. You guys also want to open the concept?
No, I actually like alley kitchen.
Really? I haven't heard that in a long time. Tell me a little bit more about that. Now you've got a hint and some conversation about the lead. Do I ever think of different situation? Something like that, because then you're gonna avoid looking at the their one. Come out, don't do it all.
I also play music at my open because I
Yeah.
can't handle the.
Like,
quiet.
Definitely don't just look out the window, I mean, I would be, just hanging out in the kitchen, worst case scenario, kind of waiting for them to come down. You know, make yourself busy. All I can really do, but.
So take that long and, so I mean, if you're, they go upstairs. Run up there, make a comment about what somebody else said, if they're in, jump back down and back to them. Yeah, take that long.
We gotta go on some manage up real quick. I know we're over time, so if you guys have to go, I get that, but we're gonna do this last one and then be done.
Oh,
Just missed. Buyer objection, I don't have enough for a down payment saved yet.
this is gonna create too difficult of a choice. Can we pick a different one?
What do you mean?
Both are gonna handle that perfectly.
Fire council, I hit you with that objection.
Totally understand, do you actually know, what type of loans require?
I know nothing.
I just spoke to a lender about qualifying.
No,
That is a lot of times the best way to start this process. But I'll give you a little bit of insight. One quick question, we started the military report.
I have not.
Okay. The reason I asked is that we gave loan, was one of those ways we can get it out.
Okay.
There's also multiple different, grants out there that the government provides public government assistance. Some of that you have to pay back, some of it you don't. It's mostly on a first come basis, so it will depend on the city you're looking in, and if there's funds left.
Okay, now, stop. Everybody got that one? We're gonna move on. New objection. Are you ready? I'm giving you one right now. Because this is the one we're gonna run into that's harder to handle, I think.
Okay.
The objection is. What's the best way to say it? There's nothing in my price range. Nothing in my price range.
Yeah, that's right.
My price range is probably like 200 to 250.
Okay. And what do you-
Looking for 4 beds, 3 baths, 3-car garage.
Absolutely, where,
Blaine.
sure. Yeah, the average price of the loan, it's gonna be more than 50, closer to 400.
Mhm.
For something like that, especially if it's completely updated, it's gonna be more than that. Why did you choose Wayne? Why is that the recommendation?
It's just the best city of all time.
Yeah, I did that. I think it's how we
I heard it's Tyler Town. Is that the nickname?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's unfortunate.
It used to be Lindahl Lane, I heard.
So, for veterans, you it's,
Yes,
okay, and school district or school district.
yes.
Okay. What do you use to go to work?
Gosh, I am a massage therapist.
You work full time and your spouse is at home with the kids full time.
Yeah, but I don't wanna be so obvious.
Is open to both, choose for your family.
No,
Okay. Then I think what we should do is take a look at what's on the market. If 4 bedrooms is an absolute must for you, let's take a look and see what's there. And then we're gonna just have a very serious conversation, we'll actually buy for 250,000 in tax. But are you pre-qualified yet, or are you just going to get out? No.
yeah, I know I haven't talked to a lender.
That would be the first step.
What is the lender gonna do? Like, what would they even?
Yeah, the lender's gonna sit and collect some information from you, nothing too crazy, a lot of times based on the state it's national reference.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
And then they'll look at your credit report, and be able to give you a pretty good guess of where you're gonna, as far as what you.
Do you, so I've looked at